Hey everybody, I just wanted to quickly say I am not going to be explaining what an iceberg video is. We're just going to get straight into it right after a quick message from the creator of this iceberg, a good friend of mine, Glitch Entertainment.
Hello, I'm Glitch Entertainment and I am the creator of this iceberg. My channel will be in the description below if you want to check out my content. I hope you enjoy this iceberg chart. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Once again, huge thanks to Glitch Entertainment, and I also want to clarify that I will be uploading this series in multiple parts, so there will be one video for each layer, and they will all be put in a playlist, and eventually they will be put into a proper long-form, proper iceberg video where all of those parts are put together. So make sure to go check that out, and eventually I would like to work with Glitch Entertainment a bit more closely to create a revamped version of this current iceberg. So keep in mind, this was made sometime in 2021. There's definitely room for new stuff to be added. There's a lot of stuff that's happened since with the WILLY'S franchise and stuff in the fandom. But yeah, that's really all I have to say, so let's get on with the video. The film, February 12th. Willy's Wonderland released on February 12th, 2021, which is what this entry is referring to. The film was originally set to release worldwide on October 30th, 2020, but the COVID-19 pandemic pushed it back to a limited theatrical release only in the US and China, along with a few other smaller local theaters around the world. Willy's Wonderland did receive an almost worldwide release on most streaming platforms such as Hulu, Amazon, and even Netflix in countries outside of the US. Nicolas Cage. Award-winning actor Nicolas Cage plays the main protagonist of Willy's Wonderland, simply named the janitor in the original script, though is also referred to as the Drifter. Nicolas Cage signed onto the project sometime in 2019 after a casting director read the Willy's Wonderland script and loved it, so they decided to pull some strings and managed to reach out to Nicolas Cage to pitch him the idea. Nicolas Cage received the script on a Friday, and by Monday, he had officially signed on to play the janitor. Cage was also a producer for the movie. The janitor doesn't say a word. In Willy's Wonderland, the character, the janitor, doesn't have a single line of dialogue throughout the movie. The most he does is make grunts and groans during fight scenes and when he chugs a Punch Pop soda. In all of the original scripts for the movie, the janitor did speak one single time towards the end of the 99-page script, right before or during the final battle with Willy Weasel. This line has changed multiple times throughout each script that was made, and eventually it was decided on the spot during filming that the one-liner would be left out of the movie in favor of having the character stay mysterious and completely mute. In the earliest publicly available script online, the May 1st, 2019 draft, the janitor's single line is, "Next time, don't talk shit, just start swinging," which he says after defeating Willy. In a later script dated January 2nd, 2020, the janitor's single line was changed to, "Or how about you just go fuck yourself," which this time he says before the battle with Willy. The creator of Willy's Wonderland, Geo Parsons, has claimed that the final line was originally, "Come at me, bro," but a publicly readable script which includes this line has yet to be seen by fans. There's also a common misconception that the janitor doesn't speak because of the film's low budget, implying the studio couldn't afford to pay Nicolas Cage to say any lines of dialogue, which is false. Geo Parsons has stated the reason for the character being mute was because he originally planned to play the janitor himself before Nicolas Cage, and he didn't want to memorize any dialogue, so he didn't write any for himself. Moi voices Willy Weasel. Song artist Moi is the music composer for the Willy's Wonderland movie soundtrack. Moi made every song for the movie himself, except for the track "Would You Mind If I Keep You In Mind," which was composed by Hank and the Bumper Stickers. As this entry suggests, Moi is also the voice of Willy Weasel in the movie, which was not originally planned by the filmmakers. Rather, Moi came up with the idea himself to give the character a unique voice for music tracks, which would involve the character of Willy himself doing the singing. The filmmakers loved the voice for the character and thankfully accepted Moi's bonus voice acting. Moi also later composed music for another film by the director of Willy's Wonderland, Kevin Lewis. Since then, they have both collaborated on multiple projects together. Moi was told about the production by his friend Grant Kramer, who played Jerry Robert Willis in the movie and was also a producer. Moi and Grant later collaborated on the track "Just the Way I Roll" in the soundtrack, which is a song that only plays during the credits of the movie. Willy Weasel has no proper lines of dialogue in the movie and only tends to make loud beast-like growls and noises during the battle, so Moi's voice for the character featured on music tracks is the only time the character technically speaks. Behind the scenes. During the production of Willy's Wonderland, which was hyped up from the start by fans of Five Nights at Freddy's, a game franchise with a similar premise to Willy's story, which resulted in a lot of behind-the-scenes material being leaked by FNAF fans before release. Larger creators in the FNAF fandom shared these leaks, such as creator Popgoes and Dawko. A YouTube channel named It's Hot in Hollywood, which is owned and managed by Laureen Yackel and a few others who worked on the movie, posted hundreds of behind-the-scenes videos recorded on the set during the movie's production. The channel is currently the best and biggest archive of Willy's Wonderland behind the scenes out there as of 2026. One of the movie's producers, Jeremy Daniel Davis, has a personal YouTube channel under his name, which also has plenty of behind the scenes footage from production. Also, a quick fun fact, Jeremy Daniel Davis is the husband of Jessica Graves Davis, who was the actress who plays Siren Sarah in the movie. The Birthday Song. The Birthday Song is the iconic birthday theme tune that Willy and the gang sing on repeat throughout the movie. The song lyrics were written by creator Geo Parsons himself in the movie's original script and was later turned into a short looping music demo that the crew would use on set to sync up the animatronics' mouth movements and dance moves to. This track was later finalized into the final version that can be heard in the movie and on the soundtrack. Many crew members have stated that the song is extremely catchy and got stuck in everyone's heads during production. The birthday song has been an iconic staple of the franchise ever since. You are officially on staff. This entry's title is a line said by the character Tex McAdoo in Willy's Wonderland whenever he gives the employee shirt to the next victim. This line is frequently said on Twitter by the creator of Willy's Wonderland, Geo Parsons, typically in response to someone sharing their enjoyment of the movie, posting fan art, or especially when someone shares a photo of themselves wearing their iconic Willy's Wonderland employee shirt. You are officially on staff is now known as an iconic catchphrase said by the character Tex and is often repeated by fans. Nighty and Artie don't speak. Throughout the movie, the characters Artie the Alligator and Nighty Night do not have any dialogue despite having numerous lines in the original script for the movie. Many of Nighty's original lines changed between the 2019 script and the later 2020 dated scripts, since the character was originally a pirate who spoke like one, rather than a knight. However, Artie the Alligator does have a small speaking role in the Willy's Wonderland prequel comic book series, but they more frequently speak during the flashback parts of the comic, which take place when they were still humans before they possessed the animatronics. In the January 2nd, 2020 script, one of Artie's lines of dialogue is, "You're a real clever bitch," after Liv escapes his clutches in the vents. In the same script, after Nighty Night kills Aaron, he says, "Chivalry is a way of life." If you want to read the script for yourself, then I suggest watching my video about it. The link to the Google Drive for the script will be in the description of that video. The Crazy Eight. In the official Willy's Wonderland prequel comic book series, the Crazy Eight is the group of 8 serial killers who went on to create the Willy's Wonderland restaurant and later possessed the animatronics after committing ritual suicide in the Super Happy Fun Room, as shown in the movie. The title was coined by members of the Crazy Eight themselves. Outside of the comic canon, the Crazy Eight is still a soft canon title used by fans to refer to the 8 killers in the movie timeline as well. However, this name is not mentioned in the movie and is exclusive to the comic book series.